You're 19 years old. You don't come from money. You come from a kitchen table with unpaid bills stacked in the corner and a mother who works double shifts and never complains. You have no connections, no inheritance, no plan B. Then the flyer appears on a community board outside a grocery store. Bold letters, clean font, stable income, immediate start. No experience required. You call the number. The recruitment office smells like new carpet and cheap cologne. The recruiter has a practiced smile and a laminated badge. He slides a contract across the desk like he's done it 1,000 times. Because he has. You scan the first page. The salary is enough. More than enough for someone who has never had enough. You don't read page 4. Nobody reads page 4. The pen feels light in your hand. The fluorescent light above hums. You sign your name and something shifts. Something small and permanent. Though you won't understand what until much later. You are now an employee of the company. You are now a number. You just don't know your number yet. The factory floor hits you like a physical thing. Heat first, then sound. A low mechanical roar that you feel in your chest before you hear it with your ears. Then the smell, machine oil and metal, and the particular sourness of people working too hard in too little space. Your station is number 714. There is no name above it, just digits on a gray plate. Your job is simple, 800 movements per shift. The same motion repeated for 12 hours. You count the first day, you stop counting by the third. The supervisor walks the line every 40 minutes. His name is Henderson. You learn the sound of his footsteps before you learn his face. You learn when to look busy. You already are busy, but looking busy is a separate skill. There is a woman 2 stations down. Her name, you eventually learn, is Rosa. She has been here for 11 years. Her hands move without thought, without hesitation, without any visible sign that she is aware of what they are doing. You watch her and feel something cold move through your chest. You tell yourself you will not be Rosa. At night, in your small apartment, the factory sound plays inside your skull even in silence. You lie awake and stare at the ceiling and think about the number on page 1 of the contract. You tell yourself this is temporary. 8 months later, you have a desk, 3rd floor. The air conditioning works up here. You feel this as a reward before you understand it as a boundary. The company controlling your comfort to control your gratitude. Your title is Logistics Coordinator. Your job is to track shipment data, flag delays, and file reports that stack in a shared drive no one opens. You are, in the honest language of what you actually do, a data custodian. But you are observant. You have always been observant. It is the one advantage that costs nothing and comes naturally. You notice a shipment route that doesn't match the official manifest. Then another, small gaps between what is reported and what physically moves. Numbers that correct themselves overnight without explanation or log entry. You say nothing, you watch. The corner office on this floor belongs to Regional Director Hargrove. He is 34. His car costs more than your mother's house. You watch him through the glass partition and feel something clarify inside you. Not ambition exactly, but recognition. There is a path from here to there. You don't know yet that the path runs through other people. You request a meeting with Hargrove. You frame what you found carefully, not as an accusation, as an efficiency observation. Anomalies worth investigating, sir. Gaps in the data integrity. He listens with his hands folded and his face completely still. When you finish, he says nothing for 11 seconds. You count. Then he offers you a position on his direct team. You ask what happened to the previous person in the role. He smiles in a way that answers nothing and offers water. You accept the position. You don't ask again. Your new role has no official title on the org chart. You watch people. You identify who skims, who underperforms, who gossips, who is loyal, who merely performs loyalty. You file quiet reports. You attend no disciplinary meetings. You are never in the room when consequences happen. You tell yourself you are just providing information, that what happens with it is not your responsibility. This is the first lie you tell yourself that you fully know is a lie. You sleep fine. That is what disturbs you years later when you look back. You are 28, you speak the language of the upper floors now. Efficiency, optimization, strategic realignment. You know what these words mean beneath the surface. They mean reduce, remove, erase. You use them in meetings without flinching. You watch senior managers deploy them to describe the lives of people you once stood beside on the factory floor, and no one flinches, and neither do you. You lead your first restructuring project. 230 positions. You build the model. You validate the outputs. You present the slides. The slides are clean and professional and contain no names, only numbers, and this is intentional. You do not attend the floor announcement. Your bonus arrives 3 weeks later. It is significant. You move into a new apartment. Clean walls, silent neighbors, a view of the city that makes the factory invisible. The new place doesn't smell like anything. You learn this is what a certain level of money buys: the absence of smell, the absence of evidence that other people exist nearby. What you are losing, the ability to feel the weight of a name. The 230 had names. You knew this while you built the spreadsheet. You just decided it was not relevant data. There is a floor that doesn't appear on the official directory. You reach it at 32. No announcement, no updated title on your badge, just a message from Hargrove. Conference room B, 7th floor, tomorrow, 7 a.m. No agenda distributed. The room has no windows. The air feels pressurized, still and dense in a way that makes you conscious of your breathing. 6 people sit around a table. You recognize 2 of them from industry publications. The others you have never seen. You say very little. You listen to everything. On the way home, you realize your jaw's been clenched for 3 hours. You stop at a pharmacy. You sit in the car for a long time before driving. You have wanted this for 9 years. Sitting in the car outside the pharmacy in the dark, you notice it does not feel like arrival. It feels like diagnosis. You design systems now, not products, not logistics. Control systems, compensation structures engineered to produce just enough financial dependency to prevent departure. Performance metrics calibrated so that 90% of the workforce always feels slightly insufficient. Loyalty programs that cost the company almost nothing but register in the recipient's brain as genuine recognition. You are very good at this. You understand it from the inside. You were once on the receiving end of it. You sit in the same chair Hargrove sat in when you watched him through glass. You wonder sometimes if someone on a lower floor is watching you the same way, building the same story, telling themselves the same things. You hope they have more self-awareness than you did. Then you realize self-awareness wouldn't have changed anything. The system doesn't require your blindness. It accommodates your clarity. It works either way. That is its most elegant feature. You are 44. You own nothing. The company owns everything: your calendar, your communication devices, your non-disclosure agreement, your professional reputation, and 23 years of decisions that cannot be unmade. The boardroom table seats 14. You sit at it now. Decisions made in this room move supply chains across 4 continents. Facilities you have never visited employ people whose names you will never know. The factory, where you once stood at Station 714, is one of 400. You have not returned to it. The people in this room do not trust each other. Trust is not the operative currency. Leverage is. Every smile across the table is a calculation. Every question is a measurement. You have learned to do both. Without any visible indication, that you are doing either. You are powerful. You are also permanently exposed. One vote, one investigation, one subordinate who decides immunity is worth more than silence. That is all the distance between where you sit and where you will fall. You sleep in intervals. You have for 6 years. The call comes on a Wednesday morning. Your access is suspended pending internal review. Your assistant's voice is flat when she tells you, carefully flat. She already knows before you do. That is how these things move through an organization. By the time leadership acts, everyone beneath leadership has already processed the information and adjusted accordingly. You sit at your desk after the call ends. The phone is face down. Both hands are flat on the surface. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, the city is exactly as it always is. Cars moving, people moving, light changing, nothing waiting for you specifically. You think about the contract. The one you signed at 19 in the office that smelled like new carpet. You think about page 4. You think about what you didn't read. Your name comes off the door plaque that afternoon. The maintenance worker uses a small tool. It takes less than 40 seconds. The corridor continues around him in both directions. Somewhere in the building, 3rd floor, possibly lower, someone is sitting at a desk with data on a screen that doesn't match. Numbers that correct themselves overnight, a gap no one else has noticed. They are deciding whether to say something. The recruiter's office is open, the chairs are the same, the carpet smells the same. A new application sits on the desk. The pen is already moving, the light hums above it. This is what it's like to be every rank of a corporate slave, from the factory floor to the board that owns you. If this felt a little too real, you already know why. Subscribe for more.